Thank you very much, President, Vice President, colleagues. We have inherited from generations before us a Europe with separation of powers, a Europe with the very first parliament in Europe's history for Europe in its entirety, a parliament established in 1979, same year as the Iranian regime, and I very much trust now more than ever that the European Parliament will last longer than this Iranian regime. I want to in particular thank our colleague Sven Simon for undertaking the endeavour of negotiating this agreement, because it's of utmost importance that we achieve results with this separation of powers, with a strong parliament, which is the only directly elected body in this European Union, which is the citizens' chamber. And I think it's not by chance that Vice President Šefčovič is with us today, because he's not only the longest-serving member of the College, he's also, and I know that from my personal experience, a good example of how the Commission can engage with the parliamentarian when it comes to the very interest of the Europeans. But this must be structurally enshrined. The people want more leadership, more visionary approach, and this very body, the directly elected chamber, the European Parliament, is the body providing more leadership, more visionary approach. And these days we have seen more visionary approach by our Commission's President when it comes to the statements on the evolving situation in Iran. And this is why, to the inside for more freedom, to the outside for more strength of Europe, the Parliament must have a stronger say, and the agreement is a good path towards that.
Mr. Mandl, thank you very much. You have a blue card. Mr. Mandl, I'm very sorry to interrupt you. You have a blue card from Mr. Van Lanschot. Do you want to take it? Pleasure. Meneer Van Lanschot.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Mandl. Thank you for your intervention and for explaining that you envision a strong role for Parliament. This framework agreement contains some good elements that you also pointed out, but they are quite small, still baby steps. If you look further ahead in the future and have a bolder vision with larger steps that you could decide, what would that look like?
Of course, we need a new EU treaty. In 1.5 minutes of speaking time I had before, I was not even able to only mention the third institution, the Council. And I think it's up to the member states in the Council, to the governments of the member states, to take the courage to start a negotiation process on the treaties. This was always the way Europe was reformed, the European Union developed. We have the longest period of time in Europe's history without a treaty reform. We have the longest period of time without an accession. We have even a country dropping out of the European Union during that period of time. So there are many good reasons to really work on further reforms. But we exercise now how a reform approach can work with this very agreement.
Thank you. Yes, you can.
Thanks. I couldn't agree more. We need treaty reform. But then if we reform the treaties, what should the new treaty look like?
If you want, you can respond.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that we are already exercising the parliamentary debate as it is meant for a parliament. So thanks for this additional question. Well, among many things that should be looked at, I always put it in the framework of more strength to the outside and more freedom to the inside. This is what the future structures of the European Union should provide. I think the number of issues where the unanimity principle would apply must be much smaller. This number must decrease in order to make the European Union ready to react and act stronger to the outside and to the inside. And very last point, there are already rumors and discussions, even open discussions about the core Europe or something like that. I think this is a fallback position that must be discussed, but it would be better if the European Union would be reformed and enlarged in its entirety.
Thank you, Mr. Mandl. Meneer Annemans.